So we're back. Um, Basically, I didn't really want to keep banging my head into a wall with the hard mode. We're definitely gonna try hard mode again, but probably not until after I finish this. Mostly because I just want to go play through Metroid Fusion again and less prove that I can do a challenge. Um, hmm, uh, so this is just the regular special edition, and maybe I just didn't patch the other one properly. Maybe that was the issue. Um, because I don't believe we saw this really nice map. This was one of the things I think they changed up here. Um, you can see that it's not just a bunch of squares anymore. Now you've got little small tunnels that kind of indicate where you are, and it looks a lot nicer on the HUD too. So as we go through, I'll try and just again, I don't exactly remember what the list of changes were here. Go. So I just kind of went ahead and got us to where we need to be, which was where we left off. And you can see that this isn't the hard mode since I actually have uh, some missiles now, more than just 10. Can't forget this. We do have energy tanks now. Is this one of those ones you could turn things off? No, I don't think it is. And okay, they. Well, I don't know. This don't look any different position than with the hard mode. I don't know, man. There was just something up with me that day. Well, except it happened twice. I don't know. I don't know. This time he was caked, though. I'm just gonna die to the core. Because I'm an idiot. Alright. 3 minutes it took us to kill him. Definitely not hard mode. So, in the time between streams, I've become hopelessly addicted to Team Fortress 2 again. It's been golly. I think I got it in 2011, and according to Steam, the last time I played it was 2014. And I don't know, like I've been having a great time with it. I'm probably gonna do a stream of it tomorrow. Oh yes, a thing you can do is you can stand somehow. Yeah, you can stand on the computer. I guess that was an important feature. Alright, Samus. It's as I feared. The environmental breeding environments have been invaded by X parasites. Sector 1, Cirx, shows several abnormalities in the biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR388 ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to access shaft and use elevator 1. I'm not sure, but I think that whoever allowed the X into the environment may also be linked to the earlier explosion. Oh hey, I was hoping we could come in here. Okay, got to see Riley. See, I'm not really sure if I patched that hard mode properly, or if it was a bit bugged, which, if it's bugged, that's really an interesting development, because it means I had an entirely unique experience. Oh, Jesus, she's fast. There she is, the sax, in all her glory. That is pretty quick. Can't complain. The main elevator leading to the access shaft has been severely damaged. It'll be totally unusable for some time, unfortunately. Some unknown agent is at work. Something very powerful, certainly not human. I'll report when I know more. Now listen closely. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They want to alter the environment to their needs. They are already reproducing. Clear 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. I always really like this part. Unfortunately, you don't really get to do much else here than just this beginning section. This was actually, so I remember playing this before I had ever even seen it. I feel like they added more of those in everywhere. I don't know why, though. I originally played this, and I think this is where I maybe heard of Metroid for the first time. I was at a Walmart with my dad, somewhere in South Central Indiana. I don't remember where. And we're in the electronics department. Back in the day, in the early 2000s, they still had those demo centers set up, so you could kind of. They had a Game Boy set up for you to try out a game, and this was one of the games. And it was actually right before the fake Chozo statue boss. And I had never seen a Metroid game before. I had no idea what I was looking at, and that boss fascinated me. You know, it was really cool. And that is a memory that lives on. So that's why I think SR3 or SRX really one of my more favorite areas in the game. Second to maybe Noct. Well, the first time you threw Noct, and like you're having to fight the freezing or the frozen X. Which we'll probably be doing here shortly. Oh shoot, I forgot about this guy. think I can get something here, right? So I don't believe the Unhard mode and a few of those, they added some animation frames to Samus as she turns. You can kick off walls now. You can stand on computers and elevators and doors, move a lot quicker. But really, I think it's mostly just quality of life things. You know, over anything like substantial narrative changes or new enemies or anything of that sort. And like the idea of the wall kick's interesting, but since it wasn't in the game the first time, I don't really see like I'm not going to foresee a lot of yeah, it's a little frog in there. I'm not going to foresee a lot of use out of that. You know, there's just not going to be any opportunities. I think another thing I liked about this area, it's one of the few where you got a lot of like mechanical back rooms. I've always kind of been fascinated with the dichotomy of like the breeding areas and then uh, the kind of maintenance hallways and junctures that connect them all. Like it's a kind of a fascinating thing when you think about it. It's kind of like this place functions basically similar to a zoo or a habitat preserve, you know. And there's always going to be these access ways and causeways that connect everything, but there's always this kind of weird sterility, I guess, surrounding uh, just more of the functional areas rather than like this room here. You know, this is just a hallway or a chute going up. And I think that really is what plays into like kind of the dread of the game, the horror of like this was a laboratory. It was designed for gathering data and making observations on wildlife. And apparently also they had fucking bioweapons in here, you know, it's like they were doing some pretty freaky stuff in here before the X showed up. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm kind of out of brain tonight. It's been a long day. Yeah, so here we go. This is about, let's see, oh geez, hold on. Okay, sorry. Um, that last environmental room in this area here is about where I got to play the demo while my dad was doing like some kind of shopping. I don't know what he was doing. Yeah, this guy. This thing's so creepy. I thought it was like the Xenomorph from Aliens originally when I was a kid, and it kind of looks like that still. Like the way I saw it was you can see like an eye hole and a beak, right? But I see the beak, like the top of where the beak connects to the head, as like a face, and the bottom of that is like a mask, you know. Easy. This room too. This room really is kind of a wild room. I'm gonna say this right now. Despite the fact I grew up with this game, I am absolutely no good at shine sparking or any of the mobility stuff, so I will not be trying to get the item in there later on. Um, I'm just, I'm no good at it. I'm not very good at like the skill things for Metroid in general. Shine sparking and all that other stuff, damage boosting, all that. So there may be a few, more than a few ROM hacks that I just don't really try or make an attempt, but not actually try and finish, just because, you know, I'm not good at that. I don't really feel the need to get good. I guess I don't know. It's like it doesn't drive me the same way the Castlevania games did. There we go. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. I don't really know why. I've tried it before, yeah, and that may have something to do with it. I've tried it in the past. I just never really was able to do it, and I don't really see the point in continuing to try. I don't know. I don't know, man. There we go. Oh, I can't do anything. Oh, wait. Maybe. I mean, it's possible. Maybe. Maybe. I feel like this was put in just for this one specific area, and it's like, there's a fucking missile thing up there or something, you know? Ooh, fuck, man. Every time I do this, I'm like clenching my lower back, and it's just making me hurt. So I can do it against this wall, but I can't do it against this wall. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, these mushrooms, I feel like, have some weird hit detection stuff going on with them. So another thing I did as a child, as a wee tot, um, about around the time I was playing this game, I was also watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Um, and reading Nintendo Power, so I was getting kind of an extra dosage of TCG games, because they had like a 2 or 3 article spread on Lost Kingdom, and I remember liking those cards so much I actually cut them out of the magazine and kind of saved them. Um, Atmospheric stabilizers online, but many X have already made it to other sectors, it seems. In particular, Sector 2, the tropical habitat, shows abnormalities. I suspect X entered this sector with the up of the unseen saboteur. He or it may be in Tro now. Samus, get over there. We need to put an end to this. Start moving. I'll brief you over there. So anyway, to put it all together, I kind of had the idea of making a Metroid Fusion themed. Oh, as I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of knowing I trust. I wonder if I can trust the computer too. I feel like a lot of this was like one-sided. Now that I think about it, like actually, how much of this is just in Samus's head? Um, yeah, I was thinking of like a Metroid Fusion themed trading card game where the X were kind of like your currency, and you could use them to mutate into monster cards or something. That's weird. I don't know. I have learned the identity of our mystery saboteur. Samus is an X mimicking you. I have named it the SAX. The Sax. I believe the Sax came from a capsule containing your infected suit parts. It used a power bomb to escape the quarantine bay. That explosion breached the capsules containing all the X that surrounded this disaster. But the Sax is definitely not our biggest worry right now. The Axe is mimicking you at full power. You can't face it. If you see these Sax, just run. Don't think about fighting. You're still very vulnerable to cold. Expected an unexpected side effect of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroids, you can be frozen by the ice beam. Of course, the Sax is armed with the ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. HQ says they have bomb data ready in the data room. Bombs will help you find a way out if the Sax traps you. Data room's here, but sealed by level 1 hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release the level 1 locks. Per safety protocols, it's not locked on the map. You'll have to find it on your own somehow, Samus. So, first find the security room and unlock level 1 hatches. Then go to the data room and get the bomb data. Keep an eye out for the Sax. I probably don't need to go into just how much, how beloved the Sax really is. SAX, I can't keep calling it the Sax. It's too silly. It did what I think a lot of horror games have always struggled with, is actually give a legitimate threat to the player, even while the player is at a decent power level. Like, you've already by this point beat 2 bosses. I don't think we've got to the elephant thing by now, or by the first time you encounter him. But it is legitimately terrifying to face it, especially when you're a kid playing on a Game Boy and you hear that sound. Honestly, I think if anything, they didn't use it enough. How the computer says at the end of the game there's been 10 of them running around, you should have had at least a couple random encounters with them. Just a roll of the dice to show that you did actually find it. Or what am I saying? Like a dice roll on certain, you're going down the elevator, the game rolls an RNG, and then spawns an SAX randomly in one of the hallways, and then you have to figure out how to get by it. Um, and in that case, even if like it gets you, it resets, so it's not there anymore. You know, just kind of a little thing like that. Um, I forget where the secret is. I think it's in here. That would have been nice to have, you know, just because I think you get 3, maybe 4 encounters before the actual fight with it. Um, but I don't think they ever really got to that point in like in Metroid Dread. They actually kind of, I think the computers didn't really fill that same void, you know. It's you but stronger. It's you but at your full power that you can't do anything about, and you have to run away from it. You know, again, kind of a weird existential thing to it. Like you're trapped in a space station, and the only other thing here is a horrid reflection of yourself, you know, that wants to kill you. Did you hear that? Was it here just now? Holy shit. I've never heard that before. How did I see that? Hold on a minute. Because you can see more of the of that axis way there if you fall right. How did I see that? Oh my god, I'm losing it. But I've never heard those footsteps right there. God, what if they did put in extra ones? Wouldn't that be great? That would be so cool. Just randomly in a hallway and you hear the fucking footsteps. Now, there's a ton of these little hidden ones in here, and I'm not going to try and pretend, Rick, I remember where all of them are. I think we're going to get all of them. In fact, I don't think I ever get all of them. But this is about the point in the game where, like, 50 missiles is probably going to get you through most things, you know? I can't really think of many bosses that require more than 50 hits. I would say it's probably the biggest weakness of this game. I wouldn't argue that the linearity is the problem in Fusion. I think, if anything, uh, because when people say the game's not linear, they're obviously thinking of Super Metroid. But honestly, Super Metroid was also kind of linear in its own way. It was just, instead of having a computer literally locking doors in front of you, uh, it was just progress camping or progress gating uh, with unlockable abilities or, you know, that kind of thing. So it was linear in its own right. Whereas Fusion Sin is just a lot more open about it. I always love this dude. He makes silly noises. But I'd argue the biggest sin of Fusion is you start really strong with the beginning of the game, right? Like, Samus is weak, the computer's giving her a 10% chance of survival. Um, so these guys have little noises if you listen. The SAX is hunting you, the cold can kill you, and suddenly there's a bunch of these cold infused SAX running around, and you don't know what to do, and then you get the various suit, and it pretty much like just the difficulty slides off past that point. I'd argue that the game should have continued leaving that vulnerability in, because after that, like, things just kind of, you just go back to being regular old Samus rather than like fusion Samus, I guess. I don't know. Is this one right here? Ah, piss. Oh wait, I can get out. Maybe. There we go. Oh, look at that. It had its first use right there. Again, I kind of like all the hidden areas in Sector 2. I like that most of the map is actually completely concealed from you. I think this is the one you gotta bomb. But I can't bomb underground because underwater because I can't jump. Which means I don't think I get this. Yeah, probably can't get this one right now. Which stinks because I absolutely hate this room. Samus in water is just the fucking worst. Then you got the inverse where it's like, by the time you get the gravity suit, not only do you not really worry about water anymore, you just also don't care. Okay, what's this from? I thought I just had, so a lot of what I've discussed in the past was Castlevania particularly. um, pertained to the fact that a lot of enemies who had been previously dangerous in older games were kind of trivialized in the Vanias simply due to having their damage nerfed. Um, whereas in the Metroid games, they were never really dangerous or all that dangerous to begin with. Um, so you don't really have something the same, you know? Like these little guys. They do actually pretty decent damage. Well, I'm in the wrong room. I don't want to be there yet. Or maybe I'm not in the wrong room? Isn't that the boss room right there? Or does that just look like the boss room? Oh yeah. Okay, I thought that was the boss room. Oh, it is the boss room. Okay. Where else do I need to go? Go up. I still get turned around in here. This is a really big area. I guess this is a kind of bad example because a very interesting thing that you never really think about is the fact that in this game particularly, not just oh wait, I can't go up. I can go down though. Like not just the whole cold stuff, um, but Samus also just takes more damage in general from things. I believe there's some specific damage sources that she gets a little bit more damage from than others, but um, that's kind of a neat idea since like she's not in her power armor anymore and she's weakened. You know, why not make her more damage? Also makes the character or makes the player a lot more cautious, a lot more prone to like trying just to die. Maybe just dodge. I don't know. I can't actually speak to that. You're definitely not trying to take hits in any Metroid game. Hey, chill. Chill, daddy. Alright, here we go. This guy's pretty cool. I always really dug it. I don't remember this actually being a Super Metroid boss because a lot of the stuff in this game was from Super Metroid. But this one I think is unique, or they're based on the enemies from Super Metroid, but they're morphed because the X kind of like they don't just mutate them, or they don't just transform into them. They also like pervert them, I guess. Damn it. Oh, you can almost get up there. What is up there? There's a ledge over there. Never saw that before. I don't know if we're looking into once I get the Yeah, it might be worth coming back here once I have the screw attack. Is that what it is? Whatever the floaty jump thing is. Here we go. I'm gonna have to find. There is a particular YouTuber. I used to uh, enjoy a lot of his videos. He focused solely on fusion, and especially the some of the programming for the SAX in particular. Um, really interesting stuff. Uh, but yeah, I'll have to go back. I don't even know if I could find him now. He may have disappeared off the face of the planet, as far as I know. Um, but he was doing some really interesting things with showing just kind of like the limitations of what the SAX can do. What it can't do. It's really more of a. It's far more of a structured thing than the game lets on. It's an interesting example of deceit that a game gets at. God, I hate this room so much. Yeah, I don't know why I'm in here even. Just habit, I guess, because I don't even need this. I think you can sit in here for a while, and that block won't actually regrow until you're on this side of the room, so you don't get soft locked. But yeah, he shows just like how stuck in the room the XAX really is. So that if you deviate even a little bit, like there's a particular room in back when we come through Tro after the main uh, uh, once the main power mainframe's offline, which I just realized looking back there, you can see the branches coming through the walls. That's really cool. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Wow, that's really fucking cool. I'm gonna have to go and look at my own footage now and see if that was there before we beat the boss. I think that's the coolest part of this sector, is that things slowly are changing over time. Is there a like right here or something, isn't there? Guess I'm mistaken. There's another one. And we're back. I think we only... I don't remember. Did have the Nintendo Power article. Boy, I just realized I had there was a not a strategy guide, what they call that, where they did showcases, and just kind of they showed you how to do things in here. I remember this one particularly being very lengthy, just for the amount of shit in Tropic. Come on, maybe give me a wah wah wah. I'm thinking of the bigger ones in Arctic. These guys just glow if you hit them. Oh god, I could actually die here. Oh shit. Need to leave. Right now. But yeah, Sector 2 is probably one of the best examples of foreshadowing they've got in the game. With the tree roots and all the bugs that are pupating. Samus, we've got trouble. Releasing Secure Lock may have been a bad idea. The SAX has invaded the water environment in Sector 4 with several thousand X. With the blue hatches active, the SAX slipped it easily. The creatures and systems in Sector 4 are already showing multiple irregularities. I'm currently investigating. I'll brief you over there. Yeah. It's not like we're really going that far. Just tell me here. The SAX, an enemy with my strongest abilities, but does it have reason? Probably not. It's just a killing machine. In my current state, I can't face it head on. The SEX is me, only heartless. I must stop it before it learns potential and threatens the universe. Was kind of a bummer that, or as far as I know, the SEX doesn't reappear in anything. Um, I haven't finished Dread, I should say. I need to actually go and do that at some point. Fucking Aqua. This sector's taking more damage than expected. I knew the X were powerful and destructive, but still, this seems to be purposeful. We certainly can't rule out the possibility that the SAX has a high degree of intelligence. I find the X fascinating, especially the SAX. But I digress. The sector is home to a very large creature the researchers call Ceres. It's capable of moving and attacking at ultra-high speed. The more senseless and widespread destruction here may be attributed to Ceres. No doubt the SAX released it, but I can't be sure why. Ceres is returned often to the breeding tank here. Its natural behavior must be to go back to it periodically. It's a valuable specimen, but you've been authorized to terminate it. If you don't, it may invade other sectors. While you're moving, be careful. Some broken power nodes have electrified the water, but we can't cut the power. Doing so would affect the whole station adversely. If you touch the water, you'll be electrocuted. Conserve energy as you go. I hate Aqua. This whole place is just like nerve-wracking. Right around the time I was playing this, oh shit, right into electrified water, that's great. What a great start. I had a friend, or a next door neighbor really, who had the Power Rangers game. Like Rescue Rangers, or whatever that one was. It was just some schlocky movie license or franchise licensed game. You know, it wasn't particularly interesting, but it had two parts. One, you would go into an area and like a burning building or something, and you would have to free people or save people and put out fires and whatever. And then you'd get your Zord and you would fight a monster. And for some reason, this area in particular with the electrified water and all that always reminds me of that game. And I guess Extreme 2, Mega Man Extreme 2 as well. Since it had, it's like electric catfish or something like that. You may have killed me, little friend. It had a whole bunch of the same electrified water concepts. And bizarrely enough, that electric catfish gave me weird vibes about the Gen 3 Wish Cache and the other one. Oh, come on, I can do it. There's a sequence break for you. It gave me these weird vibes because I looked at that and said, oh, that's a catfish. It's going to be electric. And it wasn't. It was, in fact, ground in water. So, a bunch of weird little trains of thought that have left unconnected for years. Oh shit, I missed something. Right here? Oh wait, no, right here. Yeah, there it is. Ah shit, I gotta go back over again. again. I could just come back here when I'm supposed to, but fuck that. Where's the fun in that, you know? There we go. Let's go ahead and save, so I don't have to do that shit again. Again, that's only something you can do in the special edition. Otherwise, you don't have the wall jump. I also love the sounds. I love the music. But you want to talk about guilty pleasures? I've got a band that will forever in my heart be the Metroid Fusion band, and it's actually Eiffel 65. If you don't remember who that is, that's the guys who did I'm Blue Dabu Dee Dabu Die. And I can't particularly say that they were well liked or well loved. But I got that album, Europop, I think for Christmas the same year that I got this, and so I would listen to that while in the car playing this game, and obviously the two are just forever linked together. And you know, generally, like, I think Eiffel 65 is a pretty good band. I think Blue is actually their weakest. Oh wait, what? Can I get in here? I guess I can. I thought I needed this speed boost to get through here. Oh god. I don't know where I'm going. It's kind of freaking me out. It's these little fuckers. They deal so much damage to you. Yeah, give it a listen sometime. If you like 90s era, God, what we used to call it, techno? Ceres is dead. Poor Big Fishy. Oh shit, he's right here. Fuck, man. I definitely don't want to do it with this little health. I don't want that energy tank. Ah, okay, so we need to go up in the out of the room. Can I even get out of here? Okay, good. Oh, that's weird. How long is the creepy music gonna stick around for? Yeah, this is the room I need the speed boost for. Oh, I never knew this happened. That's generally genuinely a pretty interesting thing. Because normally, you're pretty much running through this place linearly, and you don't really need to go and do the backtrack. I guess it's a nice change from the regular Aqua music, but honestly, I kind of dig the Aqua music. It's not terrible to listen to. I don't think anything really is like insufferable except for maybe Arctic because it's a bit too Christmassy with the bells and shit. But even then, it's like it's okay. It's not terrible. There we go. That will definitely help because Sarah's a fucking bitch to get through. I'm always like, there's no particular enemy that is actually difficult to beat, or like, there's no reason to ever use the bombs on an enemy, and that kind of bugs me. Which is probably one of the reasons why I began thinking about a procedurally generated roguelike action platformer based on Metroid Fusion and all that kind of schlock. Listen, this was like before the indie market was kind of inundated with fucking procedural generated roguelike platformer bingo bongos, so I cut myself some slack there. But you know, just having different damage types and damage resistances would diversify at the very least the stuff you pick. Kind of like Mega Man, if that actually worked properly in Mega Man. Okay. Let's. God, I hate this thing. Really doesn't do any damage though. Not like it could. Yeah, it's good fucking music right here. This is the fucking stress music. Oh Jesus, what the fuck just happened? Hold on. What did I just do? I did something. Definitely not that. Okay, I think we're back to... I think I clicked something weird. And that fucked it up. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. Ceres is a really cool boss. Because I think everyone has their own unique way of fighting him. Like, some people will hang on this fucking... this ladder and wait for him to go by. Some people will, like, pick one of the platforms to stand on. Like, me personally, I like the middle one. Because sometimes you can catch him just as he, like, comes sailing by. Like, if I was really good, I could just catch him as he comes up over here, but I'm not. I love this fucking song. This is also the one you fight Yakuza to, and god, that is a terrifying fucking spider. I'm not looking forward to him. Yeah, to me, like, that's how I've always done this Ceres fight. Just stand in the middle and wait for him to come floating into you. Oh, hey. Got a trick shot. I think it's also possible to fight him in the water, but, you know, not advisable? I don't know. He doesn't really spend a lot of time in the water. He mostly just flips around the platform. Alright. Oh boy. The first filter. The one that determines whether you're a true Metroid professional or a poser. And I'm obviously a poser because I am no good at speed boosting. It's kind of nice we can just skip this whole area though. A little bit of a time saver. You don't really think about it, but this is a pretty fast game, all things considered. Like, if you pull the exploration and the challenge, some of the challenge rooms out, you're really going into each of the areas twice, maybe at most. Oh, right, we forgot to fucking lower the water. Duh. The whole reason we're here. Or is it the reason we're here? I thought we were just here to, where am I here? You know, for having someone giving you direct orders, the computer's kind of vague about what he wants you to do here. As a kid, I always kind of wondered why or how Samus was holding on to the ladder as she goes up, but like a really easy like explanation could be just like there's a retractable hook on the side of her gun, you know, that allows her to hook onto things if it be like a claw. Like there's a one of the robots in Vodums has a gun arm And on the side of the gun armor, it also has a claw. You know, it wouldn't work as good as just having a regular arm there, but you know, if you wanted to hold on to things, that works. Really, I guess Aqua is just not my favorite area. Like, thinking about it, this is probably the most fun I ever get out of Aqua, and even then, it's like a high stress situation here with fucking live wires and electrified water and fucking broken shit everywhere. But I also don't really like when you come back here now. You know, going through the fucking aquarium. I don't like the aquarium. You know, I don't like that portion. It's slow. It's plodding. You gotta, like, do a lot of weird shit in there. And then, of course, it's the most well-known area because it's the only actual sequence break you can do with a functional cartridge. That's about the only satisfaction you get out of this. At one little point. That's it. And I don't think I can get this because this thing needs power bomb. Yeah. I remember that one. Damn it. Luckily, this isn't terribly long. Or terribly challenging. You want a real hard mode for this game. I wonder what happened if you take off, or just turn off the recharge rooms. Otherwise, like, there are some, like, constantly replenishing enemies you could farm, but beyond that, it's like, I don't know. So Ceres had been infected by the X2. Well, as a result, you recovered another ability. At this rate, you may be able to face the SAX yet, but that's still a ways off. HQ has more support data, it's a missile upgrade. You desperately need this, but the data room is sealed with a level 4 lock, the highest security level. Let's avoid opening sensitive areas until it's necessary. Also, the route to Data 2, or the data room in Sector 2 is blocked by more SAX activity. I note a deliberate activity pattern, as if it's blocking your recovery intentionally. Samus, it looks like your best option is this in Sector 3. You'll find the Pyre data room using navigation. Here, yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, turning off. Like, if you turned off, like, the replenishing enemies and recharge rooms, this game would be a lot more challenging, I feel like, because you'd just be trying to, like, conserve missiles and ammo and health. Always bugged me you could shine spark, or you could speed boost here, but there's no way to use it. It's also kind of funny, like, you're the exact reason why fucking Pyre gets absolutely fucked up. Because this place was fine until you come here. Thankfully, X has not invaded this area yet. The data room is sealed by another security hatch. In order to download, you must find the security room here and activate level 2 hatches. May allow the SAX and X parasites into the area, but left with no choice. The recovery is our main goal. Data room is here. As I explained, can't be shown on the map. Or the security room can't be shown on the map. Be careful, be very violent organisms. Avoid superheated enemy or areas. Your suit can't take high temperatures yet. Working on it. Yada yada yada. Please lock proceed to the data room for the download. Super missile data is ready. Your firepower will triple. I love the arbitrary bullshit numbers they just throw at you. Okay, so on this route, there's no reason to go into superheated areas, so if you hit one, turn around. That's what he said. Yeah, I like how quiet it is here before you open up anything. It's kind of a chill science place. It's ironic that this is a lava area. Like that. Okay. You can get that one if you really want it, but I don't really want it. I don't think I want to go here yet. Is it right here or is it up? I forget. Oh. Like I said, I'm pretty fucking bad with the Shine Spark. There we go. I don't remember this. Huh. Interesting. There we go. I like how this is when the actual fire music starts up too. Well, that's kind of interesting. I am currently... So right now I'm not on the VBA window. I'm actually tabbed into OBS's preview. But I am still controlling the game, so I guess I'm okay. I didn't know that was possible. Fix it. Get this. Oh yeah, that's pink. This is a decent room for farming up health again. It's gotta be pretty easy to get rid of. It's enough for them to get a little bit of health back. I don't think I can. See the lava poking through the holes or the walls in here. I did quite a bit of damage. So yesterday was New Year's, and I decided to make a resolution. Figured it was high time I finally do something I've been saying I was going to do for years, since I was like 6 years old, and that's actually make a fucking video game. I went and bought RPG Maker 2003 for $2 whole off Steam. I've used Game Maker, whatever it is, and I should still have a fucking product key for that if I could ever figure out where the fuck it is. I've got Game Maker, I've tried Unity. I've never really had any luck with actually getting a game put together. I've made a few little things, but nothing that you could call a completed game. So that's going to be my resolution this year. I'm going to make a game. I'm going to die. In a bit. I'm going to make a game. That's my resolution. A start to end. Oh my god, really? Holy shit. I didn't realize there's been no fucking save points since then. Holy fuck, I should have fucking saved a while ago. God damn it. Well, I gotta do all this dumb shit over again. I don't think it's gonna be, like, I don't intend for it to be particularly long, or interesting, or even, you know, I'm not gonna fucking break any great bleh. Anything ground, oh my god, ground breaking. It's mostly just going to be for me to prove that I can, in fact, do something I set my mind to, which, you know, you would think is one of those things that it's pretty obvious, but honestly not had a good track record with that. So yeah, I was intending to do a stream of RPG Maker at some point in the future. I need to learn how to use it first. Cox. Goodbye. 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 Yes, goodbye. Once again, I'm just going to minimize OBS. It's becoming a bit of a problem. I've had it open this whole time just to check on frame rates, but you know what? It's been fine this whole time. I'll be okay. I guess we really don't need to come down. I'm not actually trying to 100% the game. We can get a good fucking end. Whatever. It's not even end. It's just like a fucking end screen. Let's try to figure out what I'm trying to make. I don't really want to do something generic, but I also don't want to like make fucking Undertale or like what's it called, Nikki or whatever. You know, it's kind of an overdone thing. But I was honestly thinking of somehow making a racing game. Not really sure how yet. Or just something that doesn't really pertain to like the normal things of like violence. Gore, you know, gratuity, and all of that. Like, I just want to do like well, I guess what is this shit? Is this here before? Yeah, I think it is. I'm kind of second guessing myself. Like, I don't know if a room was here in the past or it's something added in. I guess that's the ROM hack life. Yeah, I kind of wanted to do like some kind of like rally race game, except it's not actually racing, it's like an RPG. And the other, like, the enemies would be. Fuck this guy. The enemies would be enemy cars. And you're not really like. You're not fighting them, you're racing them, I guess, you know. But I haven't really figured out how to do that yet. I am not doing good this way. There we go. Again, the security droid kind of fills that, like, what the fuck were these guys doing here at the station vibe, you know? The brain in the jar. I really like the background wall back there. I could probably make a whole fucking video just on fucking background walls. Like, if you're a game dev and you're making a platformer, please make a good background wall because they really do inspire the imagination in those who are mentally challenged. Like, oh, this side. Can, but how? I guess like that. Give it one more shot. Nope, did it. The guy. Alright, fuck it. You get the idea. The missiles, I feel like, get a bum rap in this game. Like, you get them for exactly half of one area. Before you get the charge beam. And the charge beam is just missiles, but for free. And then you get the super missiles. It's like the regular missiles never really had a shot. In fact, can I turn things off? I cannot. Not this way. So I'll say about the ROM hack so far, it's interesting. I've not seen anything substantially changed beyond wall jumping. So if that was what you're looking for, it's probably not here. I would call this more of an improvement than a full ROM hack, at least in my opinion. I see that you encountered a rogue security robot. You may destroy it if you meet it again. Your safety is vital. But as to your brief, the level 2 security locks are released, so Sector 5 and 6 are open. That means those sectors have likely been infiltrated by X, and much harder to stop than initially suspected. Sector 5 is Sub-Zero. You're still susceptible to cold from the vaccine and side effects, so you'll take damage if you even set foot in there. Avoid Sector 5 for now. But in the meantime, HQ is working on data to adjust your suit to extreme temperatures. Once we have the transmission, you can download it, but the X have destroyed all the data rooms you've used so far, and no longer doubt the capacity for critical thought. You have to use the data room in the night habitat. Sector 6. Go to Sector 6 and access the navigation there. Tread lightly, Samus. You're the only one who can do this. And the X may be much more dangerous than you know. Get a little tidbit of the victory theme here. Does Samus suspect anything? No, I don't think so. Good. Monitor her closely. Affirmative. That could have been an email. The virus suit is here from HQ, ready to download. Get moving to a data room. there's a problem. X from Sub-Zero Sector Arc are in Sector 6. And they've been changed by the cold. If you absorb one, you'll be frozen solid from within. This seems like a deliberate tactic. Once you download the various suit modification, you'll be out of danger. Just be extremely careful then. I want to point out, that's a really neat little like 3D GIF thing. I've never even known, like, look at it. It's a 3D computer generated thing in a GBA game from 2001. That's impressive. I like that. Knock Dayrooms here. Remember, avoid the blue X. Use your beam to stun them in order to get by. Be careful, they're actively hunting you now, so this area is very dark, so with extreme caution. I really like this area. Like, this is probably the most tense the game gets until, like, the power goes out. Oh, man. It's 11 o'clock. I've begun to yawn. I am a sleepy boy again for no reason. I like these guys. They sound like finches. I like this music too. This is good music. I love some of the traps in here too. It's like this could have definitely been a few more sections of trying to dodge that shit right there. That'll be a death trap. Like, you have to be careful of that shit, because they can do that too. So you're just like paranoid with every fucking pace, and then you get the various suit, and you can just turn your brain off after that. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Gotta savor the fear in this portion. Oh yeah, we get an SX encounter too, if I'm not mistaken. not mistaken, that's one of those areas that you can juke her pretty good if you really want to. Again, I do not do this because I am not smart. Look at that cave back there. It's such a good fucking wall. I love these fucking walls. Make good backgrounds, please. Make good walls. They inspire so much imagination. It's kind of an interesting enemy because he's like just the biggest fucking core or something. I don't know what you call him. Let's charge me. Yeah. One of the few enemies that actually needs a specific weapon. Oh, hey, I got him. I was lucky. And just like that, the game becomes easy. This is gonna bug the fuck out of me. Get that one more square. Oh, I can see that too. I've said it before, like, I think procedural generation is kind of come and gone as a fade, or a fad, you know? Like, yeah, it can provide your endless replayability, but there's still a limit to what players like will want to do. You know, like eventually, eventually they'll just say no. You know, they'll be done trying to play a game because they run out of like content. Shit, it's kind of fun. This last like. Here, they still think they can catch you, and then after that, they begin running away because they realize that you're no longer hurt by them. So, Procedure generation in general is good, up until a point where your players just kind of, yeah, now they're running away. But there is something to be said about, like, oh, fuck. There's Stinky Boy, he's my favorite. I love Stinky Boy. Where was I going with this? Hold on. Let me trace my steps here. Procedural generation, why are we discussing that? Where was I going with that? I don't know. I think I lost it. Maybe if I sit here in silence, it'll come back to me. I think there's really only like 3. Oh my god. Frame rate drop. Like there's only really 3 unique enemies in Knock, which is like the eyeball finches, the stinky meteors, and the little caterpillar guys that'll fall on you if you shoot them off the ceiling. Yeah, you're a fucking mimic. You know, thinking about it, the X never really tried to do anything else. Like, they somehow managed to infuse themselves with sub-zero temperatures, but you never see any lava X or acid X or anything else, any kind of destructive nature. I guess besides the cores, I don't know. Maybe the core is the exception. Alright, sports fans, I think we can call it here. I'm tired. I got 2 hours in. Probably have 2 hours left, honestly. And I'd like to do a little Team Fortress 2 before I go to bed. So thank you for watching. We'll probably next week, honestly, or Sunday, play this again. I would love to do Team Fortress 2 or try doing Team Fortress 2 stream. And got a few other things I want to do first. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna let this clock down to 2 hours and then I'm gonna turn off the team. So see you later.